Recording. There we are. Okay. I'd like to do a final meditation for the whole conference. Based on the law of physics that a strong resonant field will overcome a weaker vibration and entrain the weaker into the stronger, this is how we change the world, right? It's the work of Unify, doing multiple millions of people around the world simultaneously doing meditations, right? Well, I want to do a meditation similar for the closing here. You know, every year we do a workshop in Mount Shasta, and it's very fun. And they say there are 3 million Lemurians living inside of Mount Shasta in love and light all the time. Actually, I know people that say they've been inside the mountain and met these light beings, and they don't actually want to be called Lemurians, they want to be called Telosians, right? But they're living in love and light all the time, right? So if you were in a room of 3 million people in love and light all the time, how long do you think it would be before you're in love and light? Poof, right? Poof, yep. I would say poof, right? Poof, right? Well, regardless of whether there's 3 million Telosians inside of Mount Shasta, how many people do you think are living on this planet in love and light all the time? 5, right? I mean, I think maybe more like 10 or 20,000. You know, there are people in ashrams, there are people in other countries, out in the jungle, there's people that are in the zone, right, all the time. I bet there's at least 10 or 20,000, right? But we forget about the babies. There are 400,000 babies born every day. That means there's about 175 million babies on the planet under the age of 1. And most babies under the age of 1 are crown open, completely connected, right? Imagine being in the room of 175 million babies, which we are in the quantum field through entanglement, right? We were talking 3 million a minute ago. We're now 175 million of light beings, right? But we should really count the percentagers. If I'm in love and light 30% of the time, it seems like I should count as a whole person. I mean, the 10 percenters add up, you know. Even the 1 percenters add up. Right? So if we count the percentagers, I would bet we've got at least another few hundred million. So between babies and percentagers, we're already up to 500 million, right? But we should also count sleep time. When you're in deep delta, not dreaming, you are 100% connected to source being regenerated, right? And we all go back to delta normally 3 or 4 hours a night. Do an hour and a half, then you go into theta, and you go into delta again for an hour and a half. If you don't go back to delta, you could die, right? You have to go back to source. So if you count 4 or 5 hours of delta time, where everybody's completely connected to source for every person, that's like another billion or so that we can add. So we're up to almost, you know, 1.5 billion somewhat, right? And we're not even talking about the doggies, right? Even the kitties do love and light. They just don't admit it, right? I mean, the truth is we should count every animal, every plant, every tree, every blade of grass, every living organism. The field of love and light on this planet is huge. Really huge, right? There's also a pretty big field of fear, and anxiety and anger. But it's nothing compared to this field of love and light. Not even counting all of the ascended beings and aliens and other beings that might be looking at us going through this transformation into higher consciousness, which is a little hard, by the way, right? There's a huge amount. They say there's this whole grid that's been set up around the Earth, a 144-point grid. And all these crystals have been reignited from Atlantean times. Who knows, right? But there's this whole system that's being created to help us stay and be in a higher consciousness, right? Metatron, through the downloads of Tiburon, says we'll all be in love and light in 2037. Corey Good says around 2027 or 28, we'll all be in love and light. What if that's true? Oh my God, what if that's true? Everybody in love and light, everywhere you go, you walk down the street and everybody's like, everybody, right? If there wasn't a virus around, I'd want to go downtown, right? Find more people. They're all in love and light. Wow. Imagine if this is true. Wow. So, imagine it's already happened. We're all in love and light on the whole planet all the time. Every heart on the whole planet connected. So, imagine what it would feel like if it's already happened. And then make the sound of what that would feel like all at once to help bring it into being now. I And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. Thank you all. Take this energy through the rest of the week, through the months ahead, years ahead, and lifetimes. Thanks so much and take care.